Hey guys, this is Maniac, and I'm going to put on up today for you guys my Gurimo deck profile. Now, what can I say about this specific character? Gurimo was, of course, one of the main companions of the leading team of darts, which is was the eminent king and leader of the Orichalcos segment, you might say. And Gurimo was, you don't know, you get that much of a background about this person, but it really looks like he was a former monk who turned from his Christian religion and into the Orichalcos team, or got in touch with the Orichalcos stone, and then eventually was recruited by darts. Now, he was in the anime playing against weevil, Underwood, and Rex Wept at first, he started off with defeating them, and then he had to eventually to face the Pharaoh Atom, or say Yugi, in a mixture, which he eventually lost, and his soul, of course, was then sucked into the Orichalcos. And then further on, it was just like that he was thrown away like a piece of garbage from his companions, that they said he would be not worthy to wear the Orichalcos stone, that if he can't defeat the Pharaoh and Yugi, that he has proven that he can't be a member of his team anymore, of that team. To the deck itself, it was really based around mainly warrior type monsters, in combination with good spell cards which were supporting them. He had that many of trap cards. I do remember especially this one. I think his Hidden Soldiers was one of them. And of course he did steal the Obelisk the Tormentor from Yugi, which he then, as a result of that, also played out against him. But still, as it was Yugi's card / a Pharaoh's, he didn't succeed by beating Pharaoh in a duel. So, let's tap into the deck profile in detail, not just in general. As I already said, you can of course see it. One of his main monsters, or one of his first monsters that he played out, I think, was the Warrior Digrapher. Warrior Digrapher, of course, is a warrior type monster with not that bad of a stats, 1700 attack and 1600 defense to begin with. And like I said, this is very warrior based and outlined around this warrior type arc. And so I have a card which he did not engage in the battle, but I thought might be appropriate to that deck, which is Raymond from the Red Sword, as it looks very sinister on the artwork, with 1200 attack and 1200 defense. It is very likely to be could have been in his deck. As Gurimo himself was a very sinister character, and the combination with the warrior type monsters, of course. Then another one which I thought would be appropriate, is very fitting to that baseline of the Sinister Orichalcos arc, and mainly I thought in order to destroy spell or trap cards from your opponent, he would put the green Kappa into it. Further on, a card which he did play out was Shadow Tamer. Shadow Tamer, of course, he played out together with another card which I will be dealing with later on. He possessed not that much of monsters, or at least we didn't see many of them. So the next one that I thought would be appropriate, as it quite looks like Gurimo, at least in terms of dresses, as the Mysterious Guard. Sorry, there. 2 times. It has a very cunning and practical effect, as you possess warrior type monsters, you can, as it is in flip effect, if you have a warrior type monster, then you can return 1 monster on the field to the respective player's hand. Yeah, sorry. If you have it's a flip effect, you can return 1 of the cards, monster cards, onto the player's hand, and if you then also have a warrior type monster, you can add an additional monster card to the respective player's hand. So it's very handy, and it gets good to the main line of having effects which are very handy and convenient for a warrior type monster deck. Then further on, I put in there the Exiled Force, which I thought would have also a good effect. Additional, I put in there the Warrior Lady of the Desert, which works very good with Earth type monsters. 2 times I put it in there. It's very logical if you, as you have many more Earth type warrior monsters in your deck, as of course Warrior Lady of the Desert itself. The Mysterious Guard, for example, has an Earth type as well. It's not a warrior type monster, but yeah, it works with Earth type monsters. The Exiled Force, another one, the Warrior Digrapher, Remnants from the Red Sword, and so on. Shadow Tamer, of course. Then another monster which I thought, which he did use, and wasn't very convenient one in combination with the Shadow Tamer, was Marauding Captain. There you go. I put it in there 3 times even, as I thought it would be a very appropriate effect. You can, if you normal summon this Marauding Captain onto the field, special summon 1 of 4-star monster or lower from your deck to the field. As you have many of them in this deck, it's very concluding that you might put it in there. Then further on, I have the Leading Knight, another warrior type monster, of course. The Armageddon Knight, the Donza Luke, the Frontier Wiseman. Frontier Wiseman, for example, we'll be dealing it like that. Frontier Wiseman, of course, that type of a monster that very looks from his face like Gurimo, and it's an earth monster as well. And I think its effect, yeah, also is very good combined, or works and combining with warrior type monsters, which cannot be targeted by spell cards due to that Frontier Wiseman card's effect. Further on, I have the Field Commander Ras, another warrior type monster with 1600 stats, attack stats and defense 1200. It's also working very well with warrior type monsters, as it has the effect that you can special summon one warrior type monster from your deck onto the field. Yeah. Then 2 times a card which he had, or which he did, as a matter of fact, play out, was Makira the Destructor. I put it in there 2 times. And yeah, further on, and as well, it wasn't in his deck list, Free the Brave Wanderer. That's one of his deck lists at least. Then Digrapha the Twin Knight. I thought it would be very logical, and the method that if he had a renewed, reformed version of the Digrapha as well as, and it fits very to the Orichalcos theme in general, he has a Dark Grapha also, which also is a warrior type monster. Further on, Valkyrian Knight. Freed the Matchless General was shown in his deck list. Also Dark Freed, which I thought also put up into that Orichalcos effect. If you have Freed and you have the Seal of Orichalcos, then you maybe can imagine he had the Dark Freed, General Freed also. And last but not least, Obelisk the Tormentor, which of course was stolen by him in order to defeat Yugi. He himself and his companions thought that if he played out the Egyptian god card, what is it called, Obelisk the Tormentor against him, he would be very surprised and really easily overwhelmed, but it wasn't the case, so yeah. It was even like that Obelisk the Tormentor didn't work well with the Orichalcos seal, as it was shown in the anime that Obelisk the Tormentor was a power of good, not of evil, in comparison to the seal of the Orichalcos. Yeah, that to his monster cards, of course. Then I'm going to his spell cards. He played out, of course, Monster Reborn, it's a staple. And moreover, I think Card of Sanctity. Then I put in there the Unexpected Day, which I thought would be very appropriate. Further on, it was shown in this deck list the A Forces, also working with warrior type monsters, of course. This one especially. This one has Digrapha on its front and works with 4 level star type monsters, especially summoning them in the deck. These 2, of course, are staples in terms of draw power, but he played it out as well. And Monster Reborn, of course, for special summoning mechanics. Then he had the Warrior Returning Life, I would say. I think it was put down into his deck list, but it works with the warrior type monsters is appropriate. Yeah, and then of course Reinforcement of the Army also fits in combination with warrior type monsters, and you have the marauding captain on the artwork front. Double attack, which is as the name itself says it already, giving you the possibility to attack once more. The artwork as well fits because, of course, the marauding captain is on his front. Then I thought it might be appropriate that he had a change control engine in it, so I put in there enemy controller. I put in there, in terms of monster destructing possibilities, 1 beat up, 1 shield crush. Then there was an anime exclusive card which worked, I think, similar to this one in its effect, as well as on the issue of the artwork. It's impregnable information which works with boosting your defense stats. This one does it with 700 points, as you have 2 or more monsters on your side of the field. Then another card which also looks similar to this one and has a very handy effect is Domino Effect. A Ray of Revealing Light, which was, of course, in his deck list. Reinforcement of the army troops, also marauding captain on his front, and it works also with, I think, with warrior type monsters. United We Stand as a power boost for the attack stats of one of your monsters. Messenger of Peace, which I thought looks very comparable to Gurimo and is has a good stalling tactics in it. Contained. Then further on, DD Barrier, where the field matches generals on it, and working with the effect, if there are no spell cards in your graveyard, neither player can have a battle phase, so it can be used as a good stalling engine as well for drawing power, Pot of Avarice, and of course for the troop engine, for warrior type engine as a draw possibility as well, is good. Reserves troops. Then another very handy card which is convenient is Remove Trap, as it has maybe the possibility of destroying the opponent's trap cards if necessary. And then, just a sec, I forgot about just one thing. Still there, guys. Just a second. Oh, so guys, thanks for waiting. Of course, as his last and signature spell card, the Seal of Orichalcos. I forgot all about that. I was remembering it first, but then later on I forgot that it wasn't in this deck. I have it supposedly another one of those Orichalcos decks. So yeah, there we go. And then, last but not least, onto trap cards. He played out Hidden Soldiers. Then, further on, which wasn't spell card actually in the anime, was Night Copy. I put it in there 3 times because I thought it was very... I had a strong focus on this card as well. Further on, Mirror Force, Call of the Haunted, Ready for Intercepting, the Intrigue Shield, DDD Trap Hole, and last but not least, Phantom Knight, the Shield of the Demise. Yeah, now guys, this was my Gurimo character deck profile, the first one of the hideous, sinister characters of this arc, which is one of my favorites, really, you can say. Yeah, the comparison and the symbolism of the good and evil balance and forces fighting each other is, I think, even more intense in this specific saga than in the other ones. So yeah, I have a fable for it. But I hope you guys liked it, enjoyed it. Hit the like and the subscribe button, and of course stay tuned for more content as well. I'll be dropping, I think, maybe this or maybe the other week. You might see. I think I will be on holiday for about 2 weeks, but I think before that I will drop another one of the character deck profiles of our heroes first, and then maybe another one, and then as all of the cards of the Alistair deck did not arrive yet, I'm putting one up if I've returned from vacation. But yeah, we have to wait for the cards that I'm lacking to arrive, and then I will be deciding myself if I'm putting it up before or later on. Now, this to my person and this very enjoyable character deck profile which I did now upload. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the like, subscribe button, and of course you can also state your critiques or opinions about this specific character, and in particular, as well as the arc in general. I'm very suspense to hear from you guys. Now, so much from me and your Slifer Maniac. Bye!